Hello everybody and welcome to The Brothers Honey present Blades in the Dark. I am, as always, your game master? Question mark? Chris Honey. And I'm here to remind you of the story so far. Now, we're in the end game, kids. It's getting very exciting. We have learned not only that the evil councillor Mathias has been arms trafficking golems to foreign countries, picking sides in wars and trying to gain finance and geopolitical eminence. But we also learned how he was making said golems, that those golems have sentience and might want something a little bit different for themselves. And there was a third thing. Having spoken to the golems, our group of fucking scoundrels have agreed that if they are able to lay hands upon the magical bloodstone, the source of the phantasm plague, the thing which is in fact sparking the eldritch into existence, then and only then will the golems join our side to take down Mathias. It was hypothesized that a good plan for this might be to destroy the golem factory and thus force Mathias to construct more of the receivers used by the golems to absorb the bloodstone's power from a significant distance. These receivers, we learned, are constructed in a laboratory underneath Mathias's mansion, in the stronghold of his power. Off screen, well, the last thing we actually had on screen was also when one of our tunnel dwelling friends, Billy Joe Bob Joe, very respectful that I can't say his name right, his goggles were found in the remains of a monstrous eldritch wall of flesh that had attempted to consume our scoundrels. A wall that was punctured by a very large stalagmite that had been knocked off the ceiling, so I don't know if it still counted as a stalactite. It was a spike of rock. And so we were reminded of the stakes of keeping the bloodstone in play. Off screen, a few things occurred. If you ever want to see our off screen, you can join our Patreon for our after show chat. Blades in the Dark very specifically has a kind of post-game mechanic called downtime, where you can complete long-term projects, engage in investigation, acquire assets, heal injuries, and relieve stress. One of our investigations was being conducted by the spy Athan, as well as his contracted assistant Montague Sharp. And in their joint investigation, their joint investigation was completed, which means that several days after the demolition of the golem factory, our players have returned to their safe house to find Athan sat comfortably in one chair and a rather distressed merchant, bound and gagged in the other chair. And that is where we come back into the session. Isn't that right, Kitty Winks? Isn't that right? So, I suppose my first... Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, Barry, how's Artie feeling? What?
Is that our intro? Can they hear us now?
That was our intro. Yes, they can hear you.
Okay, cool.
You're visible. You can be heard. Don't say anything I wouldn't say?
Not much.
I could say that's not a long list. The things I wouldn't say.
I'm not going to reveal what my brain just thought of.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
We're too early in the stream. We're too early in the stream for me to say a mildly offensive.
We're too early. We're too early in the stream to get banned from Twitch.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
actually. The miracle I haven't already.
So, yeah, let's stay on topic, or pretend to. Vary, how does Artie feel? You know, like, they've just walked back into their safe house, their place of refuge, to just find this dude tied to a chair, who you didn't tie to the chair.
Artie just kind of sighs internally. He's like, I'm going to start charging these fuckers rent for the amount of times this gets used.
It's valid. I'm like, honestly, if somebody came into your living room, tied a dude to a chair and just left them there for you to find, I think you'd want to charge rent. Like, you know, that's... Or at least take the key off them, or, I don't know, break their fingers so they couldn't pick the lock. Like, jeez. Speaking of lockpicking, Fraser, how does Esra feel about walking into the safe house to find a man tied to a chair?
I think maybe a few weeks or months ago, he would have been like quite shocked, and concerned about the individual tied to the chair, concerned about what that implies for us going forward. But at this point, he walks into the room and he goes, "Not this shit again," and just reaches into his pocket and grabs his flask.
Inured to the effect at this point.
Yeah.
We've all had a fucking time.
Esra is on a...
Esra get the flask from, is what I'm thinking.
I had the flask last session.
We've had a well-established flasking here.
I used the load for it and everything. I had a flask several sessions ago when I tried to pour your whiskey into it.
That's good. Yeah, it's Esra. I think it's Esra produces a flask and drinks Artie's whiskey from it.
No, I think I poured that back. I don't remember.
I'm just assuming that any whiskey now that comes out of this flask has been purloined from Artie's person at some point.
Yes, I think Esra was an avid drinker before, but he's on a slippery slope to alcoholism at this rate.
This is the lesson, kids. Do crime and you become an alcoholic.
Yeah, don't ask what's in the tea with the crimes.
So many crimes. So much tea. Jay, how's Monty handling it?
Monty, seeing this setup, is falling back on the old instincts of the street criminal, in that, okay, this is clearly something is going on here. We are now in this is a semi-tense situation. He's reflexively just checking exits. Because he's like, we need to make sure. It's like, it's not the first time he's been part of a kidnapping deal. Let's just put it like that. That's
fair. That's very fair. I also apologize for any burrito crunching ASMR that may have occurred on the mic. To our listeners at home. That all seems like a very reasonable take on the situation.
Yeah.
Which
and
is, of
Athan's
course,
just sat in a comfy chair with a cup of tea in one hand and a gun in the other.
Well, this is the thing, is Athan sat there, armed and beteed, has brought this merchant here. Now, I can again reveal to you, this gentleman strapped to the chair is a merchant from the eastern half of the city, who Athan is aware, and will surely share with others, was the one responsible for transporting the golems through the blockade, because remember, the whole city is locked the fuck down. No ships are supposed to be getting in or out. This merchant / smuggler has been the one responsible for getting through the blockade to get the merchants out of the city on behalf of this incredibly powerful council member. Now, they're not the head of the council. Mathias is not the head of the council. That is Hestine. Hestines are currently the heads of the council and therefore the most powerful family, but that does not mean Mathias is not still one of the 10 richest people in the fucking city. So,
That is very large cheese here.
very significant cheese may well have traded hands, and this fella has received enough of it to get him through the blockade. He's... As a question, Jay, does the fella look particularly bloodied in his bound and gagged state, or does he just look very terrified?
Athan is not a man who often employs brutality. Like, if he kidnapped this guy, he 100% did it through, like, chemical means. So he looks ill. He doesn't look wounded.
Okay, that seems fair.
Yeah. Like, it would have been a needle in the neck rather than a punch in the face.
Yeah, that seems... I don't want to say humane. Humane's maybe straight.
In character.
In character, I think, is probably...
In character.
Yeah.
It's like,
What?
it's not nice. No, it's not. We're not nice people here.
I'm curious, what's the restraints like? You said he's bound and gagged. Is he blindfold, hood over his head,
Oh,
sock in his mouth?
he is blindfolded and he is currently gagged with it's not a sock, but it is like a length of dressing gown cord. It's just been like through the mouth.
I'm guessing he's wearing
Right
a
on.
dressing gown.
Whatever I think could find. And the arms and legs are bound very thoroughly to the chair. As in, I can't quite see it here. Like, to use my arm and my chair as an example, wrist and elbow secured down.
Mm.
Each thing just like it's like this is thorough. This is thorough. And he does seem
Is
to
the
be
guy
slipping-
in the chair in a dressing gown, like he was stolen out of his bed? If he has a dressing gown.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I just think that's a fantastic visual.
Yeah, he is. And he does seem to be slipping in and out of consciousness.
Right, that's my next question, if he's
Yeah.
conscious. Because the reaction next is very much whether or not he was blindfolded.
Yeah, he's blindfolded.
There we go.
Ah, my friends. We appear to... I've found us a smuggler.
And you decided to bring them to this location.
Well, because I figured you would want to hear what he has to say. Don't worry, he was unconscious for the entire trip. The sedatives I get are very, very strong.
I feel I
Athan's
may need them
sedative
by the
guy
end
is-
of this escapade.
Athan's his own sedative guy.
I was just going to say, Athan's sedative guy is first class. You need a sedative guy, I got a sedative guy.
You know, you need a sedative guy, I got your guy.
Athan sedative guy is another one of his personalities.
Quite literally, yes. Well, quite literally, yes. Lord Ashen, recluse. Nobody asked
Yeah.
what he was. Nobody asks what kind of academics he studies. He's a chemist.
Ezra just kind of like, without looking away from the guy in the chair, he just like holds the flask out to Monty. Still open. Okay, well.
Artie intercepts the flask,
On the way
sniffs it,
back.
and then gives Ezra a dirty look
You pass it to the left.
and hands it back.
Right then. What's the plan then? assume. Well, I've located this gentleman is the one who has been sneaking the merchants out through the blockade, as well as the one who has been ferrying the golems out of the city as part of, I believe, to be Mathias, at least a component of Mathias's master plan, in order to put golems out as either as a cheap labor force or more sinisterly a potential army.
I'm going to remind again, this is a couple of days after we blew up the factory. So
So Athan would know.
Yeah, so Athan's
would
got
know.
that information. He knows.
Right, sorry, I was going by the point of he wasn't in the last heist, and yeah. So I found this gentleman who has been so very carefully breaching the quarantine of the city. Almost as if this isn't actually an infection after all. Surprise, surprise.
Well, have you got anything out of him so far?
Oh, the sedatives are only just wearing off. I haven't been able to begin.
Ah, well, I will assume my position. And Artie, wanders behind his desk and pulls out his decanter.
Oh, fucking dear. Right,
Well, Nessa Yanis, if you would like to take the lead.
No, I would not like to step on your feet at all, since this is your quarry.
now,
Excellent. In that case, can I throw a letter opener?
I'm going to interrupt. Because
we're at. I mean, Artie's at a desk. I'm assuming they own a letter opener.
I made us go through the torture once, and it was a bad call.
Yeah,
so I blanked through the
not
torture
doing
the
it
second
again.
time. We're gonna blank through the torture again.
But I'm just gonna start requesting more and more ridiculous items. Now, if somebody can go out and get me 3 kilos of potatoes.
Okay.
We
Marjorie,
skip forward an hour and it's like, tell us what
bring
we
the
need.
spud gun.
I need 13 Jaffa cake, not 11,
Tell us what.
not 12.
A Jaffa
what
cake
we
under
need
the
to
fingernails is truly terrifying.
You require 2 wagon wheels.
Tell us what I need. Tell us what we need to know, or else I get the Oreos again.
Okay.
Oreo.
Biscuit-based torture. We're just doing biscuit-based torture.
For the Oreos, it's you get the stuff in the middle and you stuff it in their ears.
The important thing is that the details are left out, Chris. It's just
a montage.
like nobody needs
happening.
to know why all they need to know is I'm torturing this person and I need 5 kilos of breadcrumbs and a leaf blower. Like, you don't need to know.
A biscuit
what I'm
up
going to
the
do.
bum can be
Someone
quite
get me the DVD
sentimental.
of season 6 of Lost.
It's like, I'm going to. It's like, yes. I'm going to need the entire complete collection of King of Queens.
Okay.
The hammer is the nice option.
I'm sorry, I don't have King of Queens. Well, everyone loves Raymond. Suffice.
Oh, fine. That's if you don't have 2.5 men. Tell me, do we have electric?
I do have Saved by the
I have a
Bell.
question. What's a DVD? I don't think they exist in this universe.
Quick, Electropunk Hulu.
Quickly reverse the canon. None of this happened.
Gordon.
I got TLC, see what they have.
We just cut to an hour later, and Athan is standing there, slightly more out of breath with a tennis racket in one hand.
And a box of biscuits in the other.
Are you ready to talk now?
Now,
Right. What questions do we have? Because we know some stuff.
What's your favorite kind of biscuit?
We want to know what. We want to know what. I'm trying. We're gonna be on track. We want to know what Mathias's reaction to, if it wasn't what we expected, to the golems blowing up, if he is making new receivers in the lab.
Okay. I believe, and Jay, I'm gonna need you to pull it together real fucking hard here.
Give me a fucking minute.
Okay, because
I'm
Monty
so close.
has some specific questions about a certain someone who is not very funny.
Men.
Somebody else
Sorry.
please go first. I'm genuinely serious. Can someone else please go first? Because
I try.
You're
I
gonna.
tried to
You're
go
gonna.
first.
It's just so we'll start with Esra, but I just want us to kind of go through the thing. So we want to know about Mathias's reaction to the destruction of the Golem factory. Monty needs to
Essentially,
ask
like
about.
if our plan.
Yep. Monty was going to ask
Yeah.
about Roslov the Butcher. And Vary, you got any ideas on other questions?
When is the next shipments due?
Okay. So from that, we learn that the next shipment has been delayed because of the destruction of the golems. So essentially, there's not any storage of golems, you learn. Realistically, as soon as they were done, they were either being put to work or being shipped out. The ones being put to work are all at Mathias's compound, where they are necessary for security and labor, and so there are no reserves to be shipped out. So the next shipment is cancelled. It is kiboshed kaput. Now, that being the case, that means that there is currently a rush to try and re-fulfill the order, which is going to be difficult because you gather that the supply and construction chain, if you will, was being heavily overseen by the emotional support break. That is, he doesn't say that outright, but you understand, the implication. He's like people who are overseeing the construction, they're all dead, and no one can do anything, and my boss is fucking useless, and he blames me for it all the time, and he writes emails saying, I hope we find you well. Shit like that.
I hate
What's
that.
an email?
What's an email?
Oh, it's one of them letters. Have you ever seen one of them like big chickens that run really fast? Emus. It's when you get a letter delivered by one of them. That was all. Trust me, I was away for. I saw a lot of things
Why
when I
haven't
was
we
away
been
for
doing
3
this the whole
years. It was a
time?
hell of a time.
Emu mail. That's it.
I have no reason not to believe you, so.
Yeah,
Mathias, that bastard. Emus were outlawed years ago.
yeah, they're like big, fuck off, pissed off chickens.
Jay, you understand that in your next campaign, emu mail is coming back.
Chris, the next campaign I'm running is so. It's
Yep.
not gonna work.
Don't
Yep.
care.
It's coming back.
100% emu mail is coming back.
We will make it work.
Oh boy. Where's the notebook?
So,
So, how shit scared is this guy looking?
oh, he's very, very, very shit scared, drowned,
Okay, so I don't need
stabbed,
to employ-
unhappy.
Yeah, there's Athan standing behind him with a tennis racket and a ferret. So, we're just.
I'm glad to see we've moved on from foodstuffs onto mammals.
Rodentia, darling, Rodentia.
Chris, you don't know what's down the trousers for the ferret to find.
Also, with ferrets,
Well, now I'm deeply
never just one.
afraid.
there's never just one ferret.
How many ferrets will chase your pack of Oreos?
I don't know, man. And also, let's not get this any worse because there's so many more euphemistic biscuits you could have used. Don't.
So, you've learned that the plan has essentially worked. You know that he is rushing construction of further receptors, whilst trying to find people to manage construction of the golems, which he's struggling with. You know that the next shipment has been cancelled and that the buyer is unfucking happy. And preempting a little bit of your question, Jay.
I've got a couple of questions before I get to the one that Monty needs to ask, actually.
Okay. Well, I'll preempt the Monty one a little bit by saying then that Roslov's crew were hired to guard. As a group who could be trusted to be trusted with discretion.
Things have definitely changed since my day.
So
When
this,
there's anything
yeah.
discreet, it was just destructive.
Um,
Poor old Roslov's got up in the world.
I
The
am.
questions I was going to ask.
Yeah, because I've got some more things to
Questions
get
I was
you as
gonna
well.
ask.
But ask me the questions first.
In the guise of Athan,
Mhm.
because he would ask, of course, as follow-up to Artie, which is, how many golems have been shipped onto the continent?
So, I'm not going to do it in a screaming voice. Partly because I'm just recovering from a coldy, fluey thing, in case you hadn't guessed. But because of the weight of them, essentially, there is a hard limit on the number that can be carried in a ship. Obviously, again, the ships that are crossing the ocean are, freight ships. They are used to carrying lots of very heavy cargo. But
Yeah, but each golem is like fucking 10 tons.
this is the problem, Yeah, it's 10 tons of silk. Takes up a lot of hold space, but as you say, is equivalent to 1 or 2 golems. These things are big and very heavy. So essentially, only about 40 have made it onto the continent
Okay.
so far.
Athan's going to file that away for us to maybe have a word with some contacts. The other
Absolutely.
question, of course,
Yeah.
is who was the buyer?
So, this seems to be the thing. Now, again, important context in Chris's grand world building that he's not gone into necessarily a huge amount. But Mathias is similar to Ava Hestine, is part of the Western faction within the city. He has family connections with the Western continent. That is where, his ancestral home is. That is where his trade comes from. That is where his money is involved. So that he is sending golems onto the eastern continent, which is the other side of the fucking ocean, is obviously unusual. So it turns out that what he is doing is essentially sponsoring a coup.
Fuck.
Yup. So this is a
Athan's going
massive
to take
power grab. This is...
Athan's going to take some serious notes, and there's going to be some words with some contacts.
Yup. Because... And insane, again, to give kind of context to this, in this situation, a coup is think the US and Iran. If the US's coup in Iran had succeeded, if they had successfully sponsored someone to overthrow the government, then yeah, that's where we're looking. Again, I know. So that's
They did successfully overthrow the government once. It just didn't last that long.
Yeah,
Oh,
it didn't do
wait,
anyone any
breaking.
favors.
A cruise missile is headed towards Johnny's house.
Hey! Bring it, Hexeth, you drunken cunt!
And banned.
You think Pete Hexeth can locate the fucking ban key? You think he can spell ban?
So I.
Live for life.
So But yeah, so essentially it would completely, in terms of Parlenar, the city of Parlenar, it would completely destroy the power base of the Eastern families. To
Which would
have
be-
their government on their own turf, their support, their sponsor, their trade routes, all completely demolished.
So Mathias is a Western family.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
What's
this is
the
going to
Hestine?
be East.
Ava Hestine is
East.
also the head of a Western family. Ishak
Yanis.
Hafiz is is head of an Eastern family.
We
Right.
are going to be, no matter which way you slice it, you're basically going to be cutting off half of the major powers in the city.
Half the
and-
competition.
If something like that happens, it is going to be a fucking bloodbath no matter what.
You are,
Yeah, and guy who has the most powerful weapon in the city
Mm-hmm.
during.
He's not going to do it subtly. This is
essentially a
brute
civil
force.
war.
He's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He is
Yeah.
sponsoring a civil war to potentially claim
Oh, that
half the wealth
explains
in the city,
plague.
in the wealthiest
Oh, that
trade
ex-
city on the planet.
That explains
Yeah.
the plague. Because
Yeah.
if he can have the entire city under lockdown and quarantine while he does this, it minimizes all forms of resistance. It cuts off so many of the opportunities for these families to band together and try and form a defense.
I mean, for them to even
hobbles
notice it
everyone.
happening.
And if he knows it's bullshit, he can continue his work unmolested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our plan kind of already stopped that, because if he's reliant on the golems for the coup to even happen, if we get the golems on our side, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, so we need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Assuming the golems have a hive mind that
So
transcends.
we've established that
ocean.
we've established the golems do not have a hive mind, but that they can be communicated with. The other thing I'm going to throw in here, just to make things a little bit smoother and easier, is that Esra, you are aware from Natalia finishing her analysis of the journal that you found and further research, that because obviously that was taken from a warehouse where transformed people were being caged and kept. That there has been, and you're also aware of a collar, if you remember, on a beast in the basement of a shipwright's
Yeah,
office.
like he was controlling it.
Yeah. So there are means of controlling some of the Fey beasts.
But he's like quite clearly not controlling all of them, because a giant worm
Yeah.
smashed through his lab a few weeks ago.
So yeah, he's been able to collar some of the smaller ones. But a lot of the big ones have just fucking... What you've learned is that a lot of the big ones have essentially escaped before he's been able to tag them, and a bunch of his facilities in the city have been shut down recently due to major damage, which Natalia
Yeah.
is fairly convinced means that any actions to imprison and control transformed plague victims is that anything in that direction is now done, is dead.
Right.
What do you
I-
know? Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I was just gonna kind of state the obvious a little bit, but like it all pretty much falls down to the Bloodstone. The Bloodstone is the key of his entire operation. As soon as he loses that, he is powerless, and essentially, well, not powerless. You know, he's still billionaire or whatever, but every other family, or at least we have the proof of this. Every Eastern family will be against him now.
Well, they're not going to have to. Well, it's not going to be that long that they're going to have to. Well, it's not so much that they're going to be against him, because I'm going to pull his fucking legs off by the time we're done with this.
True.
I'm sure I should have a word with one of my friends, make them aware of the situation, as it were.
That would probably be a very good idea, boss.
Yeah.
So, What do you know about the Bloodstone?
Talking to the captain, the
Talking to
merchant knows fuck all.
Talking to the captain.
Yeah, he knows fuck all.
Right. Has everyone got everything they need?
I'm gonna say that Athan is aware, just in case there's further questions about Roslov specifically, because we discussed previously that this was a site of interest. Off the back of Roslov's success, as essentially a militia running security on the big fight for one Artie Yanis and Hishak Hafiz, Roslov has very successfully managed to essentially build a private security arm of the thing. He has gotten ideas above his station in his wily old age, is what I'm saying. And he has, so he has essentially been, Mathias was one of his first clients, and so he has actually been running defense and operations now for Hafiz, not for Hafiz, for Mathias.
Mathias.
Essentially,
This entire time.
Essentially, since the fight in the arena, so a couple of months.
How much has the man himself been on operations?
So, he tends to be coordinating mostly, but he does go out to site a lot. It also means that he knows that Monty... Obviously, we already knew that Monty was alive, but he knows that Monty is helping Artie Yanis. And it also means that he may have, to somewhat greater or lesser extent, been involved with the assault on the Yanis family compound. So, you may wish to take some precautions.
Yeah.
Monty,
Yes, boss.
I feel we may be aligned in something for this escapade.
I think we might be, boss.
Tell me what you need, and I shall see if my sources can procure.
I need it to just be me and him. We grew up together. We went through everything. Roslov could never beat me. He was always
he attacked my
the smart
family.
one. He was always the planner. He was always vicious, but in a straight up and down fight, he never beat me.
So we just have to make sure he doesn't use any tricks against you.
Or bring a great big pile of goons after me.
Well, I'm sure we can endeavour that you are left to your devices.
That's all I need, boss.
I tap him on the shoulder and I'm like, we'll get you in a room with him, big man. You take care of the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Right,
have
are we
a
done
slight-
with this, gentleman?
Good
Are
to
we
see
done with
you-
this, gentleman? Has everyone asked every question they need?
Yes, I suppose.
Fantastic. Athan shoots him in the head.
Delightful. Okay.
I just had that floor cleaned.
That is why I put down a carpet that I found in a cupboard. No, he put down painter sheets.
That was an heirloom. That's why it was in the cupboard.
I do love the
No,
idea
he
that
put-
Athan is like so very wealthy from his various guises that he no longer understands that like some people actually don't want blood on their carpet. Every time he gets blood on his carpet, he just throws it out and buys a new one.
It's what he heats his home with. He just burns
Wait, but if he
them.
has like sheets
What a-
up, are you saying we've been interrogating this guy in a fucking Dexter Morgan kill room and we just were like, nothing's gonna go wrong here, nothing's gonna
Well,
happen here?
Nah,
As much as I have brought out the comedic edge of it, we have been torturing the guy.
I'm very here for Athan found a carpet in like a spare room, and that actually one of Athan's alter egos is a carpet merchant.
No, I was just gonna go with found. Actually, he might be. Let me just check.
I told you this carpet 4 months
You won't have a
ago.
carpet merchant in here.
You've got to.
Athan just like,
That was my father's rug. Not that I knew him.
Oh, but you did know his rug.
Come on,
I think
Jay.
it was a deep shag rug.
You got to be.
I've got a reputable dealer in stolen property and a tea merchant, but I don't have a rug merchant.
What's the tea merchant called?
Stolen rug?
Malon Roush.
I was expecting more grey puns.
There was only so far. I mean, look, if I was gonna call him Earl Grey, I would have. There's a limit, man. There's a fucking limit.
That would be really good,
Some of these are actually meant to be disguises.
Are you sure? Are you
Some of
sure
them-
Hello,
Athan
my
is
name-
not just
My name
the
is
wet
John,
bandits?
fake name.
Stacy fake name of the Wiltshire fake names.
No, it's Stacy fake name.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to watch the rest
Oh
of
god,
Mentopolis.
Mentopolis
It's
was so
good.
fucking crazy.
So good.
Yeah.
But yes. Right. Do we have an initial feeling of like I think we have a plan, or are we like not 100% sure?
Well,
We definitely need to do some prep.
we do need to do some prep. I think because this is the thing is we know that Roslov's crew is currently running point on security for
Yep.
Mathias. And we know they have been acting largely as security as well for this shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Isn't- Like, so if they have such a strong security force, they have golems, they have some plague monsters under their control. I think our initial plan was stealth to start with, so that we can get the bloodstone in our hands. And then once we do that, we were toying with the idea of taking the emotional support brick with us into the heist, so that he
Yeah.
can see when we get it, immediately command the golems to turn on Mathias, and then we launch a full frontal assault in which our goal is to just fight our way out of.
and I think that is a good plan.
I think that's
However-
a very good plan.
However, I think probably a good precursor to it is if we can at least somewhat cripple the security forces.
That would be
Yeah.
nice, yes. And
Yeah.
also get people on our side so that we can launch a full frontal assault. Like as many of the if Artie can get as many of the Eastern families, because they'll all, if we show them evidence of this,
It'll blow the fucking tin lid off everything.
every single Eastern family will be on our will be like, yeah, let's kill this fucker. You know, I can't imagine them not. And the Hestine it's hype with
Yeah.
you, so even though
The
they're
problem-
Western, they'll still be on our side.
Honestly, the problem there will be preventing all-out war.
It won't be all out war, it'll be a slaughter on one guy.
I mean,
Oh, Artie's going to be visiting his shack, so
So
yeah.
Artie can go on a little diplomatic mission, and
You want to murder Roslov.
I want to kill Roslov, but I doubt Roslov is at the shipping area. And I was like, if there's a bulk of the force there that might potentially be recalled, then maybe dealing with them would be an idea.
Okay, so that sounds like Artie's going to go on a diplomatic mission. Monty is potentially going to go and scope out this shipping area to see if there's some dudes.
Yeah, because we know where the ships that were sneaking through the blockade were coming from.
Yeah. Now, Esra, I hate to prompt you, because you may have things that you're like,
I don't actually know.
Hell, I want to get in there. But you did finish your preparations for your escape plan that these two don't know about.
Yeah.
Artie knows that Esra has a ship. Artie doesn't know that Esra has a...
You don't know my plan.
Has a back
because
door.
we have not written down the plan anywhere, so you couldn't possibly know unless you spoke to myself or Natalia directly about it. Even Mickey doesn't know. I'm just gonna be if it pops off, I'm gonna be like, "Hey Mickey, we're leaving." He's gonna be like, "Okay."
So
it's kind of Mickey's deal. He goes with the flow.
Yeah. So my feeling is that if you've not got anything you want to do directly about the assault, given that we are in the end stages, do you want to go and just set details with Natalia and be like, right, it's go time?
Well, I was thinking if this is if these little mini missions are prep for the final, crippling their security, getting other people on our side, I could just do the information gathering aspect, which involves talking to Natalia anyway, getting as much information about Mathias' mansion as we possibly can, with, Lord Ashen, I forgot his real name at this point, can help as well.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That works.
But I'll go talk to Natalia and I can do both, essentially.
We love a man who can multitask. Say it with me, internet. We love a man who can multitask.
Love a man who can multitask.
All right. In which case then, let's go.
We love a task that can multi-man.
We love a task that can multi-man.
We love a man that can.
There we go.
Yeah.
We love a multi that can man task.
We love a man that can do one task.
James Jones having a stroke.
My bar is really low.
So low. All right. Okay. Well then. Okay. I
think we're doing these as right. I have a plan.
Okay.
This is all prep.
This is all prep.
I have a plan for my section, which is not going to necessarily be like a big heist to like check things out.
Yeah.
Because Monty is going to do the one thing he has never done in his life.
Okay, well, if you've got a plan, then let's go with you first.
He's going to call the cops.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to call the fucking cops.
Call the fuzz.
It's like, you know what? I could one-man army my way through this, but nah.
You have to save your full strength for the real fight, I think.
There's always a chance that one of them will get a lucky hit in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine, he's armless.
Hey. Okay, so Monty is going to deliver an anonymous tip to the police.
He's gonna check the place out, deliver an anonymous tip, and possibly find a way to lock them in the shipyard while the police are on their way.
Okay. Right.
So.
Well then, let's. Cause we did fuck all rolling before, let's do some dice rolling. We love dice here at the Brothers Honey present Blades in the Dark. So roll me some dice to go and look around the shipyard.
Actually, I've got a better idea.
Okay.
Because
Monty
grew up in this gang. Monty helped make this gang what it is.
He did indeed.
So he actually knows a lot about the internal workings of it.
Yep.
He knows their signals.
He does.
Oh no.
So I would like to make the signal that is everybody over here immediately help, help, help into a wharf or just some kind of building that could fit a number of people, and then barricade the fucking door with something so heavy that the others couldn't lift it. And then call the cops. Be like, hey, yeah, they're all in there. Bump.
Okay. So.
Because you know what?
Oh, if he's going to do that, then send word down to the tunnel people to make sure any exits are blocked.
I would do that first. Yeah.
All right. So we secure an area. We leave messages. I'm presuming it's leaving like messages at like set drop points, like a certain mark on a certain post somewhere type of deal. That means, please help me. I am follow the yellow brick road.
This is actually it's actually a whistle because it's an emergency signal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so rather than surveying the area, you're just gonna like find an area, a quiet area of sneak into the wharf, find it like a quiet area, lock it the fuck down, and you're gonna do help me whistle.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I think this is a command.
Go for it. Yeah, give me a command.
Okay. I would like to push myself.
Delightful. You take a point of stress and or take 2 stress. Sorry, add a dice.
Oh no, I can't expend Battleborn for that, so I am going to take the stress.
Yeah.
I can only expend Battleborn for to push myself during a fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just
and brother. Now that I have 2 dice for this,
yep.
I only have 1 in command.
Okay.
You got a devil's bargain for me?
Pushing your luck.
Of course I'm pushing my luck.
It's like the whole game.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I do have a devil's bargain for you.
All right.
Okay. You can have an extra dice.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have weird effect.
Ooh, weird effect.
You're still rolling from a risky position.
Oh, of course.
But whatever effect you have, it's going to be weird effect.
Risky weird. Ooh.
Yep.
I'm intrigued. That's it?
That's it. That's the bargain. You want it?
I'll fucking take that.
Okay.
I'll fucking take that. All right. Watch me roll like shit. Okay, come on. 1, 3, 5.
5 is a mixed success.
Yep.
Pretty good.
You whistle. It is a powerful, loud whistle coming from massive lungs and years of practice ingrained into your body. You know this whistle from times of old, and as you blow it forth, it echoes across the shipping containers and empty vessels on the wharf. No one comes. You stare around you like, where the fuck is everybody? Which is why you don't notice something wrapping around your ankle.
Oh, fuck berries.
You get halfway through the word fuck berries before you get yanked. You whack on the floor and skite along the deck straight into the water. Where you find yourself face to face with a really unhappy looking Nereid who's like, now remember, and I said this at the beginning of the campaign, since the plague has started, no Fey folk have been seen. They cleared the fuck out immediately. So for you to
I was expecting a kraken.
Yeah, for you to be grasped and dragged by a Nereid is a huge what the fuck, and this one looks pissed.
Okay. All right.
It pulls you out it pulls you further out to sea onto a sandy atoll.
Fuck. Oh God, seawater.
Yes.
Oh.
You fucking called.
Oh, sorry, wrong number.
What do you mean wrong
I
number?
wasn't-
You whistled the whistle, arsehole. Do
Excuse
you
me,
not
that's my
know
voice.
what's going on?
I was looking for gangsters.
Do I look like a fucking gangster to you? I am a classy
lady.
woman, thank you.
Sorry, I feel like we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Montague Sharp, pleased to meet you.
She says something unpronounceable in response.
I'm sorry, with my accent, I'm going to butcher that.
So if you weren't looking for me, how'd you know my whistle?
How'd you know? I don't know you. How'd you know my whistle? I've been using that whistle to call for help for bloody years since I was a kid.
Well, that was the whistle that was included in the contract that I signed with the gentleman.
The gentleman.
Yes.
A
The
particular gentleman.
The gentleman.
Would his name happen to have been Roslov?
I don't go in for names much as I can, you know. Like, obviously I introduced myself to you because you introduced yourself to me as only polite. But in matters of business, we don't engage in names. That's why we had the whistle.
All right, then.
thingy.
Big bugger, not as big as me, covered in scars.
That's the
Fancy hat.
man! That's the man! We've got a deal about letting ships go past. Which I rightly shouldn't be doing, especially because the last one brought that fucking stone about. Oh my goodness. Just...
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm currently trying to deal with that fucking particular stone.
I bloody hope so, because the ethers are all messed up and it's not right. My currents have been running hot and cold. I can't get nothing to work right. Honestly, it's like flushes, I tell ya.
Well, that is abominable, I tell you. That is abominable behaviour. Someone has been taking advantage of you, my friend.
And you know, you are so right. You are so right. I really did give them below market value. So I did. It's just, it's shocking. It's shocking, all this, frankly. I just want it to go back to how it was. I want to eat the odd handsome sailor and then just be done with it. But no, I gave free access to my waterways. Free access to my waterways. Just for a little bit of calm and a little bit of peace, and he's barely given me that. He's barely given me that. Honestly, he's promised me some children, right? He said, here, if you hang on a little bit, he's going to deliver me some children, and that would make things a little bit better, but honestly, I'm not even sure he's going to do that at this point.
I mean, that sounds like a hell of a flirt to me.
I know, but they're delicious, what can I say?
I mean, it does sound like you've been given a very raw end of a stick here.
It absolutely is.
You had many children?
Well, they used to be more common, but then apparently, they're not allowed to work on ships the same way that they used to. They used to fall off all the time. And you get to play with them for a little bit, and then you get to eat them, and the looks on their faces, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But you make so many deals, and you make so many contracts and agreements, and then just the people, they care about children more than they used to, you know? Don't understand it.
Does Monty know how
personally
long
myself.
it's been? Does Monty know how long it's been since it was legal for kids to work on ships?
Yes, Monty does.
How long?
So
Because I'm assuming this Nereid has a way fucking longer lifespan than I do.
they do, yes. So
Okay.
Monty, when Monty was 14 before he was old enough to work on ships.
Okay.
So she's presumably talking about a time before that.
Okay. So. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know what to tell you, darling. It's madness, I tell you.
It is.
But
But
this
if you-
bloke, I know this bloke, and he's a right bastard of a cove. And I tell you this, I am currently looking to perhaps pay him back for a couple of slights, you know? Him and his boss. And if I deal with his boss, then, well, that'll deal with the stone, and you might just get a little bit of peace and quiet in your shipping lanes. So,
Well, now that would be absolutely lovely. But I tell you, but I tell you, I'm happy to take you back if you want to go and mess him up, because honestly, I'm sick of him.
well,
But
it's
he
very
did-
kind of you.
But he promised me 10 children, so if you could maybe hurry them along, that would be lovely. Between the ages of 5 and 10.
Does it have to be children?
Yeah.
Does it have to be children?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
It's good enough for me just now, honestly. I'm so disorientated. I'm so messed up with all of this hot and cold nonsense. I'm barely thinking straight. Right, let's get you back on lane and just, I need a snack. So I do. I need a snack. She takes you back to the wharf, deposits you, waves kind of dozily and disappears.
Cool. Are any of Roslov's men about?
Nope.
Damn it, I was going to throw one of them to the Nereid.
Yep.
I was also this close to dragging them ashore and be like, right, murder! No.
Fair.
That would be a bad idea.
It would have been. So that was your weird. Artie, let's do you next. Give Fraser a minute to think about what information gathering is going to go on.
All I would think of the entire time was how that Nereid kind of sounded like Jackie Tyler.
That was the vibe. Yeah,
I fucking loved it.
delightful. All right, Artie. You make your way by underground methods to the house of Ishak Hafiz, whom has previously agreed to fucking charge on your signal. He is with you to the hilt. But presumably you've gone to go and share some of your revelations.
Of course.
Alright,
I feel it's only polite to let them know.
absolutely. You engage the secret knock to let them know that you're coming through the bookcase and not to be shot. You find some familiar faces on the other side. I'm not going to give them all names. Don't even dare ask me to. And you are shown
It's okay, Artie's
upstairs.
just giving them a courteous nod.
Good. So yeah, up the stairs you go. You are whatchamacallit, you are pleasantly seated in Hafiz's office, with a drink in your hand, and a cool semi-magical breeze coming from a mysterious device on the desk.
Oh,
A few moments
Oh my
later, Ishak, I don't want to say breezes in, it's the wrong phrase. Hurricanes in. Like an incredibly purposeful stampede of bulls. He just is through
blows in like a gale.
exactly. through the door. It bangs off its hinges. He's there looking rugged and mud-splattered and vibrant. And he reaches out and clasps your forearm and goes, Artie, Yanis, it is good to be seeing you again. How go your preparations? We have fortified our positions in the tunnels. We have acquired the weapons that we need, and we are ready to charge at a moment's notice. Point us where you shall, my boy.
I come bearing news, friend.
Please, tell me. He reaches into a drawer in his desk, pulls out a very expensive bottle, tops up your untouched drink, pours himself one, sits down and goes, speak to me.
Now, I say this, and I require your patience till the end. Do not make any actions upon the information you hear.
He places both of his hands up in surrender, and then places them on the desk, palm up where you can see them.
And I relay to him the information we've found about how the Eastern families will be affected because of this fuck nugget.
He starts clenching his fists and cracking his knuckles by like a third of the way through your explanation. By the end, there's a vein pulsing in his forehead. You also, I hope, I'm going to say that you also provided the name of the merchant that Athan had acquired, who I'm also not going to come up with his name, but we're going to say you passed on to Ishak Hafiz, who immediately recognizes the name and is not chuffed. The merchant sailor boy. Yeah. To cut a long story short, Hafiz promises to marshal the strength of every single family he has a connection with. He says give him a couple of days and he will have the full force of the Eastern Empire to bear down on Mathias's compound.
I feel that may be of benefit to us. Be aware, Mathias does still have some golems and I suppose hybrids in his power, under his power.
We will make work of them the same as we did in the swamplands. This is what we will achieve together. Let us fight, Yanis. Let us shed his blood on the soil and grow good crops from his entrails.
I thought you would enjoy a good fight.
Delightful. Esra, my darling. You are off and doing things.
Yes, I do the thing I usually do to see Natalia.
Yup.
I just sort of like hover around and make sure she's in, and then I go in the back way.
Absolutely. As the lift reaches the penthouse floor and lets you in, you see her kind of dusty in work clothes, and the apartment itself is. It's not like it's been ransacked, but like someone has taken everything important out of it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. She sees you and she goes, Esra, honey, what the fuck took you so long? You have been busy and you have not been coming by to say hello.
Sorry. Nah,
Did you
it's
really blow up a factory?
yes.
And
Yeah, well,
were
the
they
story you've
making
heard probably
golems in it?
fully. Yes.
Darling, darling. I have no words. Everything is prepared.
Listen, I've discovered a lot of things recently. Rocks. I had a whole theological discussion with a rock about sentience and what it means to be,
Well,
and I'm
I have one last
Doing a
piece
lot.
I have one last piece of information that you might not have. Before you talk to me about the religious philosophies of rocks, which I'm just really not put together enough for today.
of course.
A bunch of Mathias's personal guard, I think there seems to be some kind of private outfit that he's brought in. A bunch of them have been seen around one of... Remember when we were tracking down possible locations for the Yanis family? We were trying to figure out where they were being held. We found a number of different locations.
Yes.
Obviously, it turned out to be that one out in the swamp. One of the older disused buildings on the outskirts. A bunch of them have been down there. I do not know what they're doing. I don't know if they're preparing some kind of countermeasure for whenever, presumably, Yanis brings whatever army they're bringing down on Mathias's compound. But they're doing something in there. So, I would watch your back as well as your front. And in the meantime, I'm getting Mickey to the shipping point. Okay?
I came here to tell you to do exactly that, essentially. I need to see this through.
You're not
I
coming.
have to at this point.
Esra.
After Mathias is in the ground, I'll come. Listen, he's been sending golems east. He's gonna start a coup.
Oh my god.
If we escape to the main continent, we probably aren't gonna be safe from him there either. His influence is gonna expand incredibly if he gets away with this.
Alright.
Now, when this all goes down, one of two things is going to happen. Mathias will be dead. And we'll get the fuck out anyway. Or I'll be dead. And you have to go without me.
Alright. We can wait a couple of days for you. But that's all. Okay?
No one knows about this but me and you.
That's right.
No one should be able to... I mean, at most they know I own a boat. No one should know where it is in the harbor. I haven't... There's no documentation for that.
Esra. I'll keep Mickey safe.
Don't...
You have my word.
He hugs her.
Yeah.
Just grabs her and pulls her into a hug. Goes, keep yourself safe.
She hesitates and then hugs you back tight. And then pushes you off, dusts herself off and goes, right, well then I've got some further preparations to make. Go on, make yourself busy.
Yes, you mind if I have a look through your files?
Feel
I
free.
don't want to be as prepped as I can be.
She waves at the large countertop with everything spread
And
out.
I first move to the counter and I pour myself a drink. And I get settled in, I get stuck because I think I probably asked her a while ago to get as much information as she can. So I'm looking
Yeah.
for blueprints. There might not be much because Mayfie's a crafty bitch,
Yeah.
but as much as we can, any information on the layout of the manor, also where that outskirts area is in relation to his house. Like
Yeah.
if it's possible that it's a tunnel, like another entrance into his house,
Yeah.
or if it's separate altogether.
So
I'm looking for everything.
perfect. So yeah, no, absolutely. So you get the location of the building on the outskirts. It does look like it has a direct tunnel to the mansion. It's not too far out, but it is certainly a building that has not seen any use since the plague started. It's a toy manufacturer's, so not a lot of call for that in plague times. It's also yeah. So that's you. I get that. You get there's plans and drawings from when the mansion was first built. So like city planning agreements, architectural submitted drawings, pictures of all of the above ground infrastructure. Nothing for the lab or anything below ground or anything that might have been added that wasn't public record. But that's what you've got. Nice and dead easy.
Yeah.
So whilst you're doing that, Artie, I don't know if you go home after seeing Ishak, or if you help him talk to people and just like are trotting out the story like umpteen times.
I'd help him talk to people.
Okay.
Because it'll help me network with the other families as well.
Absolutely. So you're working through that. That kind of just leaves Monty. You just gonna go home.
I mean, if I couldn't find any of Roslov's men, there's not a lot of point in me being there.
That's fair. That's fair. Well then, I mean, and it's late. Like, you know, we'll reconverge the next day. Make your way back to the orphanage. There's no lights on in the window.
That's unusual.
That is unusual. And it's not that light.
Promised her kids, eh? Monty is going to very quietly, surprising amount of stealth for such a big man, skirt the building.
Okay.
And he's going to come in through the garden where he was building the shed with the kids.
All right.
He, of course, knows how to open the door silently, whereas normally it squeaks. He knows how.
He does indeed. I'm going to say that much as a GM, that feels like something you should roll for. Standard rule of GMing, never ask your players to roll for something that you aren't prepared for them
Believe
to
they
fail.
can fail.
Yeah.
And Monty's on his home turf.
He is indeed. You are
He
through on the oiled hinges that you keep oiled for exactly this type of scenario. You presumably have a weapon hidden. Again, for exactly this type of scenario.
It's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you.
Exactly. You are now in the back door and you are armed. There are no lights in the building.
The weapon I have has been particularly crafted to remain inconspicuous and was kept above the door to the garden.
Yeah.
It is a spade.
Okay.
With a particularly sharpened edge.
Okay.
And it's surprisingly heavy for a gardening implement.
Okay. What does Monty do?
He is going to creep through the house. He's going to stand still for a minute.
Okay.
Let his eyes adjust to the darkness. And then he's going to start creeping through the house.
Okay.
Because he's not lighting a candle or anything. He's...
Alright.
Yeah.
This one,
Spade
I am
ready.
going to ask you to make me a roll. Now, it's up to-
Unfortunately,
Mhm.
I mean... I'm trying to move stealthily.
I don't mind if you want this to be a roll for survey or for study, for like looking and like trying to seek something out. I don't mind if this is hunt either. Technically, that's kind of what you're doing, going through your home turf.
I will take that thrown lifeline, and I will take the 1 point I have in hunt, because I have nothing in study, survey, or prowl.
Alright, roll me hunt.
Three.
Okay. On a 3, you trip. The spade clatters as you hit the floor, but because, you know, it's... You've done this, you've dealt with it, you know, you've been fighting in the streets your whole life. You're a bit older, so, you know, it takes the wind out of you a little bit, but you still roll over and you manage to get to your feet. And you see what you tripped over. Lying in the middle of the floor is Mrs. Doyle.
This is Doherty.
Doherty. I know names. Mrs. Doherty. I wasn't looking at your
That's fair.
character sheet.
That's fair.
Apologies. I knew it was
I'm getting
Irish
that.
and I knew it was a D.
Worth a shot. Immediately going to check if she's alive.
Okay. She's gone.
Are her eyes open?
Kind of half open. When you place your hand on her face, there's stickiness and some blood on your fingers.
Montague Sharp closes her eyes, and Red Monty stands up. He knows who did this. He knows why he did this. And he's going to kill them.
Absolutely.
Checks the rest of the house.
Okay. Whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna say that's taken. I say, Esra, you've been going through the documents on the table for a couple of hours. It's you know, like you've kind of gotten through all the information. You feel like you got it pretty solidly memorized. Natalia had popped out to do a few things, but she's just come back in. And she says, by the way, I had forgotten to mention this earlier, but I think that there were some murmurings of some strange folks seen around your friend's, the orphanage that your friend lives at.
Ezra freezes. Like he was like mid turning a page and just stops.
I don't know if it's maybe worth
Like
saying to him if he's still there, or...
I think all the hairs on the back of Ezra's neck stands up as he just has a really bad feeling, and he grabs his coat and goes, "I'll be back." Puts it on and runs.
Alright. Monty, you finished going through the rooms. You found a few smashed pieces of furniture. a knocked over dinner. But no further signs of serious injury. There's not loads of blood on the floor. There's no other bodies.
I imagine there's a couple of bodies outside, stashed away somewhere, because part of Monty's deal with Athan was that Athan would get some people to watch the place. So that's fun. There's going to be corpses in the hedgerows.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you come out to look in said hedgerows, Esra screeches round the corner.
I think I just see the look on his face.
You see the completely blank look on Monty's face as he just drops the body that he's just found.
Oh shit. Did you do that?
No.
Where is if what's happened?
They're all gone. Someone walked in here, murdered a sweet old lady, and stole my kids.
Something
I
like
don't know who,
something clicks
I don't
in
know why.
Ezra's.
and I'm gonna fucking kill them.
I might know where.
Where?
As the two
There's-
of you make your way to the building that Esra knows about, Artie.
I think I suggest getting Artie, but Monty's like, nope.
Nope, Monty's not waiting.
Monty's not waiting.
Not
Artie,
waiting.
you, Artie, you hear the as just you're in the middle of talking. You're in the middle of you're in the middle of trying to explain to someone who you and Ishak are currently sat on a reclining couch in front of an incredibly fat man. The kind of man who really does just embody, I am a merchant, the city I live in worships a god of money. You know, like, I'm here to live to excess. Judge me all you like. I bought your house.
Legs.
Yeah, exactly. And he is very, he's another one of the council members, and he's one of the most powerful in the eastern half of the city, which is why Ishak has brought you to him first, and you have spent a solid hour going through pleasantries and gently Ishak has done a lot of the talking, trying to kind of gently, politically explain the situation, and this guy's not having any of it. Anything that disrupts his peaceful, plentiful life, he is not keen on. And you are this close to snapping the table when you hear the voice in your ear. The voice that says, "You need to come now." Monty's gonna kill someone.
Monty's gonna kill everyone.
Artie accidentally crushes his glass, but it kind of causes some blood hand.
Mm.
And he just kind of goes. He puts a hand on his shark's shoulder and whispers into his ear, I need to leave. Someone is doing something with my family and I do not approve. And he kind of squeezes and gets up, picking the glass out his hand as he goes.
The merchant starts to say something about, rudeness and, well, I never. And Ishak stands up with you, guides you to the door, is like, I will handle this piece of shit. Send you on your way. Gestures two of his guards to escort you so that no one fucking tries to stop you. and you're out the door. Absolutely. All right.
Okay, so we've got this building.
You've got this building. You have 0 prep time. Okay? This is an assault.
Don't need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. You're all basically going in with what you were carrying on you. Which,
Yeah, cool.
for Monty, means going in, I think, medium or light.
I think Monty's going in light.
Okay.
Because he wasn't tooled up. He has the shovel.
Yeah.
He has his knuckle dusters, and he did have the presence of mind before he left to grab a couple of things out of a little stash he has.
Yeah. Just to the
Which
usual,
are-
just like stuff to stay prepared.
No, this is the break glass in case of emergency.
Okay. So Monty's on his equivalent of a go bag.
Yep.
Esra, you are coming from essentially a place where there were several go bags to go.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
I think he's probably, I'm going to say light
Okay.
still, because
Sure.
that's just kind of how he goes. But, you know, things may happen over the course of flashback. We'll see.
Absolutely. And Artie, you don't necessarily have access to your own stuff, but you have absolutely anything that 2 heavily armed Hafiz guards can give you, plus anything you just want to lift out this fucking guy's house.
I'm going in medium.
Going in medium. Okay. Right. Here we go. Engagement roll. I should have
Engagement roll.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Can we have an extra die just for sheer pissed off?
That's our starting die. So we get a die for pissed
Fair
off. Particularly bold or daring? Yes.
Yes.
Overly complex? No.
No.
Plan detail involve
Very simple. Kill those guys.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Does the plan detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? No.
I'm going to start. Do their squishy bits count?
Things are going to be stuck where they're weakest, but arguably they have struck Monty's weak point. So I'm not going to give you a dice
absolutely,
for
yes.
that.
And also, it's their turf.
So
we are.
Yeah, so we're losing a dice. Okay?
Yeah, and he'd be an idiot not to prepare for this.
Absolutely.
Roslov would be an idiot.
Friends or contacts providing aid is how you found the place in the first place, so I'm going to give you
Natalia,
that.
yeah.
Thank you, that's generous.
Thank you. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right. That takes us back down to one
That's the
dice.
that's the basis of the
The
basis of this
The
operation.
definition of it.
It
Yeah.
pretty
In this
much
situation.
is. Are there
Yeah.
any other elements you might wish me to consider?
The
Wrath of
element of surprise. They surely couldn't have expected us to be there immediately, so they might not be incredibly prepared.
What is it they say? If you're going to be working, don't work against animals or kids.
That's fair.
I don't know if that will give us. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
I won't hold it against you if you don't accept it.
I think I'm not going to accept it, but what I will do is...
You could just be nicer to us if it's a mixed success.
Yeah. I think...
Slightly, by like 0.5 degrees.
Yeah. We'll go with improved effect. As a... On the basis that when Monty arrives, Monty will arrive.
All hell will break loose. Congratulations, everybody! You're about to meet Red Monty for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means metal dice. Okay?
The metal dice for the increased effect. Let's go.
I would really like to apologize for this. That's a
Did you roll
1.
ones? Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
I wanted Ezra to die in like the final battle, if anything, you know.
Hey, this is
But I
just
guess
where
this
we
is
start.
how he goes out.
This is just where we start from. And hey, if it makes you feel better, no matter what this is, you're not going to be the center of attention.
No, I'm not. But we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay. Part of what happens is that Artie arrives after the two of you. That's part of your problem. The other part is that there's no immediate plan. Essentially, Esra leads you to where he thinks this is going on. A plague-abandoned toy factory. Not
And I'm
too
immediately
far.
knocking the fucking door down.
Yep, not too far from where the orphanage is. Esra, presumably, like a sensible person, is like, maybe we should, at which point Monty's boot connects with the front door.
You know, I'm sure I could find the circuit breaker and turn up shit.
Yup. Which means, Esra, you noticed very clearly that there were coming in, that there are guards, that there are lights on, that this is occupied. Monty, you didn't care. You booted the front door open, which means you are immediately surrounded. Okay?
Cool.
Esra,
Any of them within arm's reach?
I reckon you could probably take a couple of steps and get them within arm's reach. Esra, have you gone in immediately behind Monty, or are you hanging back?
I'm staying as close to Monty as I can, because if not, I am going to get
Bad
the shit
idea.
kicked out of me.
That's fair enough. Alright, you are immediately in behind Monty. Monty, there are 6 guys.
We're kind of back to back right now, because I'm too scared to be anywhere else.
That's fair.
Cool.
Monty,
I would like to do 2 things.
Yup.
I would like to,
Mm-hmm.
using 0 load,
Yup.
I would like to pull out of my pocket a vial.
Yup. It's a particular
And this
vial
is
that
from the
appears
Cutter's
in the Cutter playbook.
Rage Essence vial.
Yup.
Monty used to have a bit of a problem with this stuff.
Okay.
And sometimes you just can't quite let it go. Rage Essence Vial. A single dose which greatly enhances the user's strength, resistance to pain, and irrational aggression for the span of several minutes.
Yep.
So I'd like to pop that. And then I would like to immediately show these people that I am not to be trifled with.
Okay. Okay.
So I might describe my first move as part of that.
Yep. Now, based purely on the as-written description here, specifically around modifying your position, that means you are. You're not getting any more dice. You are essentially getting improved position and improved effect, with potential negative consequences depending on how you roll. Is the way I'm reading it just now. So you are rolling from a controlled position for your opening attack on these 6 guys who are each pointing guns at you.
I would like to trade position for effect, please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you are gonna. Alright, then you're rolling from a risky position,
Risky.
but you are rolling with effect that has essentially been increased 2 or 3 times.
Yep, I'm expending my Battleborn special armor to use not to be trifled with.
Delightful.
So I'm not taking any more stress just yet.
Okay.
This is skirmish, so that's 3 from my use. That's 1 more from the pushing.
Yep. And another one from not to be trifled with.
Another one that is not to be trifled with.
So,
Okay.
5 dice, extremely increased effect, risky position.
Good.
What you got?
No crits.
I'm so sorry.
6, 5, 5, 4, 1.
Well, a 6 means no negative effects. But what does happen, and Esra, I'm going to say you don't quite believe it, except that you saw it happen.
Okay.
There's a book that I have just finished rereading / listening to, called The Golden Enclaves by Naomi Novik. In it, it describes a person approaching someone as if space is rearranging itself around that person so that they can move forward. A move forward of such pure malevolent intention that the world essentially seems to slip away around it. That's how Monty moves. Through the door, through the 6 people, through their rifles. And they do not get up.
I'd like to describe one specific aspect of this.
Please do.
The first one that goes down.
Yep.
Because Monty hits the door and just keeps going. He hits the rage essence with one hand. The other hand reaches out, closes around the head of the first guy he can grab, and just completely closes.
The door hits the second guy. The first guy's head bursts. Guys 3 through 6 are essentially taken by the backhand from the arm as it returns from crushing the skull. Esra, you even coming in immediately behind just kind of like have to like blink through a haze of blood as Monty is already progressing towards the door on the other side of the room.
Has not broken stride once.
Has not broken
I pick up a
stride
rifle.
once. Absolutely, grab a rifle.
Yeah, I pick up 2 rifles. Fuck it. Is
Fuck
it like
yeah.
a rifle? Is it like automatic rifle or rifle?
I'm gonna say that they're
I don't know,
both
same as
kind
it
of.
could be
Yeah.
automatic gun.
They're
The
both
point
kind
of
of.
where are we between muskets and the M1 Garand?
There could be Tommy guns. Is all I'm saying.
I'm going to say short, snub-nosed repeater rifles. So not quite a Tommy gun, but close.
Yeah,
Perfect, so I pick up- I pick up 2 of them.
Winchester.
Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah.
And I follow after Monty like Jesus. And
Oh,
I'm watching like Monty is like eyes ahead, tunnel vision. I am watching every other angle. I am scanning this place. If
Yeah.
anyone tries to get a drop on us, they won't.
Okay.
And
That
you can
is
see
my
the-
idea.
And you can see the broad trail of blood behind Monty.
Right.
Yeah.
In which case then, Esra, I'm going to need you to roll me for keeping an eye on things. And
Yeah.
Monty, I just want you to roll me for, I suppose, how big you want to go through the next door.
Bigger.
How big do you want to hit the next door? Please do feel free to roll whatever you like.
Can I roll
All
study?
the other kids with the jumped up kicks,
Kicks,
it better run, better run.
That's
Yep.
yes, you can roll study. Give me study,
Awesome.
Fraser.
Awesome. That is a 4.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay. Right, Jay, roll me to hit the door.
I'm not going to push myself with this one. I'm just going to roll my 3 from skirmish.
Yep. You are still
Okay, it's
rolling
just-
with increased effect.
Good, because like I'm fucking raging.
Yep.
But just from practical game player
Yeah.
brain, I'm like, I'm not going to burn all of my stress just once. But
Don't
also,
expend all
no.
your resources. Until
I
you
want
find a
everyone to
crossbow.
know I am fully ready for Monty to be traumatized by this.
Yeah.
That's 2 5s and a 3.
Okay. What happens is this. Monty,
More reinforced door.
you meet the door. The door does not meet you. It goes. It goes flying. It definitely goes into somebody else who wasn't expecting, and it only stops when it smashes into a table. Esra, you are looking around. You successfully spot somebody up on an upper level because it's an open, broad factory. So even the entrance hall that you've just been through is several stories tall. And you shoot and you pick them off. You don't see the guy on the opposite side, who does shoot Monty in the shoulder. Jay, I want Monty to take level 1 harm, but you will suffer no repercussions from your level 1 harm due to your rage essence.
You just keep going.
Just
Monty doesn't notice.
Doesn't notice, but yeah, level 1 harm, minor bullet.
It's a shoulder shot, so
absolutely. I will say that Esra, you do immediately turn round upon hearing the gunshot to be like, fuck! only to hear another gunshot as you turn and watch the guy fall from the alcove that he's in. As Artie, you walk in to the fucking demolition in front of you.
Oh, thank God. We need to keep up with him.
What's going on? I just heard there was...
No time
I
to
had
think
to
about it. He's almost at the next door. Come. And I start, I jog to catch up with him because he's already across the room.
Yep. And this is the thing.
Okay, Artie, checks the sixes as he goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Monty still has the blood of, the first 6 guys on his boots, and you you can follow the footprints.
Yep.
We're on a warpath, Artie.
All right.
Road to the next
What
round.
has happened?
Monty, you are in the next room, yeah, people weren't expecting you to get in quite so fast before the alarm got raised. So you did crush 2 people at that table under that door. You've come into essentially what appears to be a kind of what's been set up as a refectory, basically.
Cool.
A little dining hall for your criminals. Now, because this has essentially been set up as a private militia type deal, there's not hundreds of folk. So actually, aside from the 2 that you squished, there's only another 5 in the room, and they weren't expecting you, so they haven't got rifles.
Well,
but they are spread out.
Full gore on this one.
So you can't hit all of them at once.
Okay. I'd still like to grab the nearest one and pull his fucking spine out.
You roll me for that, son. You go for it.
I'm going to shoot the one on the right side of the room, furthest away from Monty.
I am going to continue not to be trifled with.
Okay.
This is still engaging a small gang on equal footing.
It is indeed. So yep,
So
you've taken the 2 stress. Roll your 5 dice.
Taking the 2 stress.
Still rage essenced.
Yep. I am.
You are
first
rolling...
guy pulling his fucking spine out and then throwing the rest of him at the next guy.
Absolutely. I'm going to say that this time you are rolling from a controlled position.
Temptation. I don't think anything about what Monty is doing is controlled.
No, but equally well, that's not what that means.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'd be like, should I trade? I think we're going to trade position for effect again.
Okay. Risky position, massively increased effect.
Yeah. 6, 4, 2... What? 6, 4, 4, 2, 1.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
Rolling 5 dice at a time here, man.
You are indeed. This is exactly what this is for.
This is exactly what... Yeah, this is what Monty used to do.
Yep. Esra and Artie, roll me something to come and catch up and do something.
Finesse?
Go for it. Roll me a finesse.
Aiming a gun.
I
I'm
think
only
that is
rolling
like
my
the
red
thing.
murder dice.
Okay. That
Needs to be
seems
known.
in keeping.
I'm also
I'll
nearly
go with
through all of my
hunt,
d6s, by the
I
way.
Yep.
guess.
Absolutely. An Artie roll hunt. Esra, what you get? 6 from Esra.
Going well.
I got a 4.
And a 4 from Artie. Okay. Fortunately, you're both rolling from controlled positions because Monty is currently...
You are not the focus here.
Yeah, Monty is attracting a lot of attention. Of the 5 people in the room, Monty, you go through 3 of them, and you do so by grabbing your nearest boy, removing his spine, which is, you know, kind of impossible because the spine is kind of attached to all of the other bones. But
Head
you,
attached and just pull.
you do somehow manage to keep all of his vertebrae intact, but not the connection to his shoulders. It just comes out. And then you use said spine to lacerate the 2 people next to him, causing the spine to shatter along with their heads. As you turn around to the 2 people on the other side of the room one of whom managed to throw a bottle at you, which achieved nothing. You're about to start moving towards them when 2 bullets, one from Esra and one from Artie, catch them in their bodies and knock them down. There are 3 doors. I don't know if... I do not feel like Monty is capable of picking one with any degree of active thought. Nearest door. Okay.
Nearest door.
Middle.
He is also he is now covered in blood.
Absolutely. Covered in
There's-
blood and viscera.
Yep.
Absolutely. The remains of the spine still in his hand.
Yeah, it's like a couple of... No, he closes his fist and powderizes those vertebrae.
Absolutely.
Top
Okay.
reflex.
Through door. Esra and Artie, do you guys want to... Absolutely. Salt Bay that bone. Do you two want to follow him or look at the other 2 doors?
Ezra, you follow. I'll keep an eye on the other 2 doors in case anyone comes out.
Okay, yeah, sure. I racked the next round.
Fabulous. Ezra follows Monty, still looking rather uncomfortable with everything that's going on. Artie, you and Fletch set up camp in the refectory, eyes on the doors, a watery green light enveloping the room as you take ownership of your territory. Monty, you're in a corridor. You barrel down it, smashing through another door that takes you into the factory floor. You are surrounded by construction lines for teddy bears and jack-in-the-boxes, for board games, and every single like fantasy toy factory you've ever seen in an unrealistic film. It's that. With
Sorry.
dark hidden corners everywhere and moving shadows aplenty. What do you do?
Am I on the floor or am I on the gantries?
You're on the floor.
Okay, cool. Yeah, moving into the center of the room, Monty actually stops for the first time since he entered.
Okay.
Roslyn!
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright. Esra coming in behind him. Do you have anything you would like to do?
Just look out for bad guys. I'm worried. I'm just worried he's in a blind rage, and so he's not gonna notice someone like trying to get the drop on him, and that's really why I'm trying to stick close.
Already seen someone shoot him once.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I might also like entering this room because it's much bigger.
Yeah.
See if I can maintain a distance, but like kind of be hidden instead of just out in the open.
Okay, well, you roll me then for hiding yourself away a little bit. And see how we do.
2 5s and a 1.
2 5s and a 1. That's pretty good. I am going to say that you're safe. You are hidden, and Monty, your call does not go totally unanswered. You hear a door banging closed on an upper gantry.
Monty is going to bend his knees and with a force that cracks the concrete underneath him, he is going to leap vertically up onto the gantry.
I'm not going to
This
ask
is
you... I really want you to roll
Yeah,
for it,
there
but I'm not going to ask you to roll for it. You make it up. Esra, there's some cables that you can, like, there's some, like, dangling cables that you can, like, shin up, like, steel cables, not electrical cables, that you can shin up to get to the gantry. You remain... Yeah. But you've kind of sufficiently cat burglar-esque at it to continue to avoid distinct notice, and Monty, you make your way to the door.
Cool.
All right. Artie, the person that you shot groans a little.
I'm gonna drag him over to where I'm at.
Okay. Do you want to do anything with him straight now, or do you want me to leave him with you?
My friend.
Okay, I'm going to leave him with you so that I don't have to describe what you do to him. Okay.
Alright, it's tennis racket. We've all seen this before.
Are you aware of the Ballad of the Hobnob?
All right.
Oh,
We're going again. Same. New boss, same as the old boss. Monty, roll me for violence against the door.
I've hit so hard it's killed Chris's internet connection.
Yep, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
God damn it! Can you hear me now?
Full
No,
robot
it's
there,
happened a
man.
few times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. All right, Jay, roll me for violence to door.
Okay, if we're doing... Okay, it's just door violence. I'm only doing the 3.
Yep.
It also means that I can leave the
Door-based
metal dice
violence.
there. I would just like to point out, I have a large collection of D6s. Throughout this entire campaign, I have just been rolling them one at a time, not rolling the same dice twice. I have nearly gone through all of my D6s in just this session.
Yeah.
Nice.
4, 3, 1.
Okay. You hit that door. That door goes flying open. And the two guys who were standing on either side, because the door goes flying forward off its hinges, the two guys standing either side of it are not injured as you rock through the doorway, and you don't spot them in the darkness.
Cool.
Take level 1 harm, vaguely stabbed. You still haven't noticed.
Cool.
Why is it dark? Is it dark now?
It's dark in this area.
In this room specifically,
In
right?
this room specifically, he's booted into a darkened room. Esra, you've managed to shin your way up onto the gantry. You see that it's dark in that room, although it's light in the room you've just come in the big factory floor that you're currently in. So you are able to make out.
Light.
Yeah, so you're able to make out the knife going into Monty.
These like rooms. Is this like a little like workers' room? Sort of like overviewing. How thick is the wall?
How thick do you want it to be?
Someone's been playing
Thin.
Siege.
Thin?
Like I'm thinking thin, like sheet metal little room in a like office in a factory floor.
Absolutely. Yes. That's what Monty's just burst
I
into.
shoot where his head would be.
Fabulous.
The guy that stabbed Monty.
Roll
through
me.
Through the wall.
And I'm happy for it to continue
Excellent.
to...
Do I
right.
get anything for being stealthed?
I'm willing to give you a controlled position is what I'm willing to give you, because nobody knows you're fucking there. I'm gonna say that much as I appreciate that you've got to finesse before, we're now very definitely like attacking and fighting people. So I do feel like this is probably a skirmish or a wreck.
I have 0 in both.
Okay.
Well, actually, I do believe that finesse is mentioned in the use of ranged weaponry.
All right. Let me have a
Well,
look.
I thought, but I wasn't gonna argue the point. But I would appreciate it.
The people's rules lawyer.
The people's rules lawyer, in fact. When you employ
don't have a
dexterous
PA.
manipulation
God.
and subtle misdirection,
Citizen advice for D&D.
you might formally
you-
duel an opponent with graceful fighting arts.
Like a gun.
And it's Hunt I'm thinking of that's got the specific use of ranged weapons.
Yes, Hunt.
I'm not gonna hunt
Hunt is
either.
precision shooting from a distance. It's
How much stress to push yourself?
2.
2.
2? Okay, I'm gonna push myself then, so it's just a single dice. Because I'm rolling with... I would be rolling disadvantage, basically, because I have 0
Okay.
in all of those skills you just mentioned.
I tried.
I
Yeah.
can offer you a devil's
My
bargain
Artie
if
is
you
our
would
sniper.
like.
Ooh, offer me the devil's bargain.
The devil's bargain is I'm willing to give you an extra dice, so you've got 2 dice, but I'm going to
Okay.
change your position to desperate. So if it goes wrong,
Ooh.
everyone is going to
It's
see.
really wrong.
Yeah. If it goes wrong, because at the moment, realistically, you and Artie aren't a factor. No one's really noticed you. It's just Monty.
You don't have to keep telling.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay. So yeah,
There
all
you go.
right. You doing it?
He stabbed my bestie.
He did.
I'm gonna
All right.
kill him.
Give me your
I
2
dropped
dice.
one of my dice. That doesn't count.
Hit
3
him with the best.
Uh-huh.
and a 6.
Ah, you cunt!
Yeah.
The bullet goes clean through the
Oh,
guy's
geez.
head. And because you have 2 guns, the second bullet goes clean through the other guy's head.
Hey!
Hey.
So yeah, in fact you go, "Ay!" and both guns take
Yeah,
out
it's like-
somebody. You awkward bisexual them both to death.
Yep.
That's a finger guns joke.
How dare you?
Is he wrong?
That's not the point.
I do that. Ezra,
Happy
He's
Pride,
a
everyone.
straight taking my culture.
I'm so sorry.
is the straight man in the room with us?
Just me.
Aye.
Right.
Happy Pride, everybody.
I'll come out on the live stream. I'm out, but like I'll do it a second time.
There we go. Right. Jay. Monty doesn't even notice the 2 guys drop dead next to him. I'm presuming he just keeps going. There is the door. There's another door immediately in front, set in the proper stone wall, which is still swinging from someone sprinting through it.
Cool, ripping that off.
You're at the top of a spiral set of stairs.
Damn, nothing I can throw the door at. Yeah, I'm heading down.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. I'm at the top of the set of stairs.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, I'm heading down.
Cool. Yeah. Down you go.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if I'd processed what you'd said.
went
I
up,
was like, wait, am I on a
across,
landing or am
and
I at the
back
top?
Yeah.
I
So
was
yeah.
like, am I on a landing or am I at the top? I'm at the top, I'm going
Top.
down.
Yeah. Down you go. Ezra, you following?
Absolutely.
Just to flash back to Artie, just to see how you're doing. Any questions for the fella that's been groaning in agony on the floor?
I'm basically getting information of his operation, like trying to figure out what's gotten Monty so mad that we had to come immediately.
He very
'Cause Esra
freely
didn't
tells
tell
you that
We didn't have time.
the kids are here. He'll also
Artie
tell.
starts saying a prayer over him.
Okay, very afraid.
Last
He
right.
starts screaming about how the kids. He starts screaming about how the kids are in the underground basement with the creatures. And he talks about a magic stone.
Oh no.
Artie just looks at this guy and he's like, "Hey, the children. What? You're going to come and you're going to assist me in fixing this."
I mean, lots of crying and screaming about only following orders, just doing it for the money. That type of shit.
Artie gets a hold of the guy where the bullet wound is.
Yup.
Yep.
Come on.
Okay,
I was like,
Artie,
yeah, you were
we are...
following orders.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure in the space of less than 5 minutes, I've killed about 20 people in this building.
It's 11 so far, but no, 12. No, now you didn't kill any of them.
Yes, but
6.
you're heading up.
I've
You're
killed about
heading
10 people.
down.
Killed
6. 1.
six at the
5.
doorway,
Next to the
Wow.
front door, I killed 3 at the next one.
3 with the spine.
Um,
You'd squished 2 with the door that you'd booted at the time.
You split, but you only killed one of them. The other, one of them was still alive, weren't
I
they?
killed the 2 guys in the... Yeah.
There were
I've killed
remaining
somewhere
2 who got
somewhere
shot.
in the region of,
Yeah.
I think we're somewhere in the region of 12 to 15 people. Still,
Yeah, like
we've
for,
been in the building less than 5 minutes.
Yes,
okay?
you have.
This is a bad time for all involved.
It is indeed. He's going to take you down a different way, Artie. Which means that as Monty followed just a little bit back by Esra, as you reach the very bottom of the spiral stairs, you've gone down a couple of landings, and you see the bottom door ajar, with horrible sounds on the other side. You go through and you find Roslov with the kids in a big cage and 2 of the kind of wolf creatures from before, which you remember I kind of described as being, in my head, a kind of combination between a werewolf and a millipede. So there's a lot of legs, long, sinuous, furry, muscular, and big teeth.
And a lot of claws.
Never did care for that description.
I didn't think you did. And there are 2 of them there.
are
Roslov.
they outside the cage?
So the 2 beasts are outside the cage. The kids are inside the cage. Roslov is next to the cage. The 2 creatures have collars.
we're in this like sort of small room,
Big
basement room,
open room.
big open room. Other exits.
There
First
are.
thing Ezra checks for.
So
Right.
there's a couple of other doors. No other goons. And there is what you guys can see is a tunnel exit at the far end of the big room.
These goddamn tunnel.
Roslov, content with the significant distance between the two of you, goes, Montague, I wouldn't take another step if I were you.
This was always the problem. You never had rules. You never knew when a fucking stop.
Rules get in the way, Montague. This is business.
Business.
Yeah. No one else needs to get hurt. The kids are safe in there. But, and he places his hand on a lever that clearly controls a door. The release to the front of the cage. Would you say we calm down, eh? Montague? Talk like old friends.
Old friends. To be friends, we need to be people, Roslov. And you and I were monsters a long time ago.
Two things are going to happen. And once I've told you what they are, I want you to pick what you want to roll. And everybody's going to get to roll.
Okay.
First thing, okay? These two things happen at the same time. Roslov whistles, which sets the dogs off. And from another door, behind Roslov, enters Artie. With Whimpering Boy in tow. So, that's the scene. Roslov is there, hand on the cage lever. The dogs, as I'm going to call them for the sake of brevity, are moving at Monty.
Oh, good.
What does everybody want to do?
I'd like to rip one of these fucking things in half.
Can I ask, is it dark in here or is it lit up? Because I thought these things had like a sensitivity to light or something.
So, the only time you've encountered one of these was in a pitch black room. This room is not, it's not bright. It's lit by flaming torches and wall sconces. So it is, you can see, but it is flickery and not hugely bright illumination.
Right. Another question.
Yep.
Am I still hidden?
Yes, you are.
Guessing I am.
Depend.
Okay.
So, because you're basically still kind of coming down the stairs, in the stairwell, and the stairwell is not hugely well lit. So you're not coming from bright light into dim. You're coming from dim essentially into dim, and you're behind Monty.
I want to during their conversation, essentially, I wanted to essentially scope out the mechanism of this lever and cage going
Yeah,
on.
that works for me. Roll me.
I'm looking to disrupt it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a study.
Okay.
So that it can't be opened until I fix it, essentially. Well,
Yeah.
Monty will rip it open. That's not a problem. I want it to not be able to open right now from the lever.
Yeah, that works for me. That's a 5. Okay.
Study.
On a 5, I want to fold it into whatever Artie does. So, Artie, you've come in. You only got time to react. You've not got time to think. But you see Roslov, the cage with the kids, hand on lever, 2 dogs, Monty. The dogs are going for Monty.
I'm going for Roslov.
Okay. Roll me.
I'm gonna try and incapacitate him or headshot him.
If you
Alright.
take him off at the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me hunt.
6. It's 1 6. That was my first roll. 3 was my second roll, so we're going with 6.
Have you only got 2
Still
dots
success.
in hunt?
I'm the only one with. I think I'm the only one with 3 and something.
Fair.
I have 3 and prowl.
Yeah.
I haven't used it this session.
That's fair. Right.
The one time I've not used prowl.
I know, right? Okay.
Like Artie's a bit better spread for stats.
Right. Okay. So, Esra, you creep a little bit into the room to try and get a view on the cage mechanism, and you can see that essentially the lever works with a counterweight system. So the lever releases a set of cables that drop a weight that lift the cage door. So it's not a catch that just would mean it would go boom. It's a counterweight. So to make it easier to lift and then replace. And you can see how that mechanism works. Now that
So if
does
the counterweight, if the counterweight was removed, it couldn't open because there would be nothing to weight.
That's correct. So if the weight
Right.
was separated or removed, then you couldn't open the cage door.
Okay. So simultaneously as Artie going for Roslov, I am going to try and shoot the counterweight off. Shoot the
Okay.
cable, essentially.
All right.
So the counterweight falls and it can't be opened.
Okay. Now the minor complication from your last roll is essentially going to be that your position is worse for this. So it would have been risky. You're going to roll from a desperate position. Okay?
Okay. What would this be?
So
Could
again,
it be
this
finesse
is a
'cause I'm not attacking someone? I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
this
be...
is the thing, is you are trying to manage an extremely delicate maneuver through extremely delicate machinery. So I'd say that's finesse.
I'm willing to take that.
hoping and praying infinite. Okay. I would also like to invoke Shadow and expend a special armor to push myself for a feat of athletics.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Feat of athletics or stealth.
Because he has got the finesse version of my...
Yeah,
not to
the
be trifled
finesse
with.
version. It's athletics or stealth is what
You
it
do
says.
indeed.
It's kind of both, because I'm trying to catch him off guard, but...
Right. 'Cause you are Lurk. Feat of athletics or stealth. Okay, let's... Okay. How many dots do you have in Tinker?
2.
How many dots do you have in Finesse?
1. Yeah, I know. It's all in pro.
Sorry, I thought you'd been arguing for finesse because you were good at it.
I'm better. My other options are hunt, skirmish, wreck, all of which I have 0 in. I'm
Fair enough.
better at it.
I mean, this is mechanisms.
Right.
I don't know if I shooting a gun counts as tinker.
I am going
But
to
you're-
say that because you are... I'm going
love
to
to
say that
argue
you
that.
are going to run into the room to get the shot to mess with the mechanism.
Yeah.
So that's your
And
shadow.
that's like the
That's your use of
Yeah.
shadow, essentially, is that you can get into the room without being seen to do the thing to roll Tinker. But you are still rolling from a desperate position. So if you don't get a 6, then these things are going to see you.
it's gonna happen. Yeah. I just need to get a 6, basically.
That's, yeah. That's, you get all of this, and you will absolutely nail it. But if you don't get a 6, you're going to get seen.
So, hold on a second.
Scared.
Before you roll, Fraser,
Holding on a second.
question needs to be asked is how many dice is he rolling? Because this is a tinker roll.
It's a
usually.
Tinker roll.
So you've got the
Oh,
2
so
there,
I get 3 dice.
but you are pushing yourself.
Pushing myself.
You get an
To do this,
additional
right?
dice for the pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so that's 3 dice I'm rolling.
You're rolling 3 dice.
3 dice. Cool.
Yeah.
A 1, a 3, and a 5.
Okay.
One of the 5 makes 6.
Shut up.
That's true.
So,
Why did we never thought of adding the numbers together before?
Ezra. I know, right?
We've been playing it wrong the
Could be
whole
doing
time.
this
The whole
Oh
time.
shit!
That's a 9.
All right. Okay. Jay, did I ask you what you were doing?
I said I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
rip one of these fucking things in half, but you didn't ask me to roll yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. Can you roll, please?
Yeah, but I didn't do that bit. I thought you were trying to get everyone else's thing sorted before I went
Yeah, I
fucking...
thought
Sorry.
I think
Sorry.
it's more thematic for your thing.
I've had the dice in my hand this whole time!
Please roll.
I don't
Sorry,
very quickly
I
run to the
think we're
bathroom
impressed.
because I've been
It's so
Wait,
needy.
Do not be trifled with.
I know.
don't
Right.
kill me off while I'm gone. I'll be really.
I'm rolling both my metal dice and my fucking prehistoric dice. This is an important one.
Yep.
What is my position?
Your position, because you still have the rage
Yep.
essence active, your position is controlled. So if you don't completely whiff it, then you're okay.
I would absolutely like to trade position for effect.
You can have
Because
it.
I'm
You're
killing
rolling
this
from
thing.
risky.
I mean, I would argue that I was rolling from risky initially, but
Rage essence.
Rage Essence I think would increase the effect, not necessarily the position.
It pretty well explicitly says it can do both.
Yeah, fair.
Because you're like just immune to pain.
One, 1, 1, 5, 5.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
That was so close to what I believe is the nightmare scenario, which is I roll all ones.
That was pretty. That was
For a
pretty grim.
For a second to shat myself.
Right. What that means, Jay, is that
Rolling the dice like being pre-warned.
what that means, Jay, is that you grab it and it grabs you, and as you rip it in half, you are also going to take level 1 harm.
I think you'll actually find that's level 2 harm now.
Yep. So that's level 2 harm, scraped to shit, as its many, many claws bury into you, as it tries to do the same thing to you that you do to it.
Yeah, as Monty goes full King Kong on this thing.
Absolutely. A lot of its claws are just embedded in your body.
That is fair. That is fair. That is understandable.
As it splinters, 2 shots fire off in very quick succession. The first one goes through Roslov's wrist, removing his left hand, which stays firmly clasped onto the lever as he screams and blood flows out of his stump. The second gunshot...
Just kebab that!
The second gunshot goes through the counterweight cable, dropping the massive weight, crashing into the ground at the back of the cage. Esra, you are by the cage as the kids all turn to see you and are like, ah! Artie...
You're gonna be okay, don't you worry.
Absolutely. Artie, you are
rack another run.
propped up at the door you came through with your gun essentially steadied on the bleeding out guy that you dragged down with you as he moans and whimpers.
Get the fuck still!
Someone else's henchman as a tripod. Excellent.
Yep. The second dog changes direction by essentially scuttling up and along the wall to then leap towards Esra. Okay.
Hey Chris,
Yep.
can I throw the henchman at the dogs? It's a distraction.
Abso-fucking-lutely you can. Abso-fucking-lutely you can. Absolutely you can. Kraken. Right. Everybody. There is currently a dog flying through the air towards Esra. You all have a split-second decision. Roslov is standing next to the cage, bleeding from his stump. The dog is flying from the wall at Esra. The children are in the cage. The other one is in bits on the floor.
Oh, fuck.
I'm throwing the henchman towards the dog.
Okay.
Flashback.
Okay. We'll do Ezra's flashback, then we'll do Artie's roll. What you got, Esra?
As I am leaving Natalia, rushing out the door because I have a really bad feeling,
Yep.
I turn and I go, Natalia, did you have time to procure that item we talked about?
She goes, yes. She goes,
The defense against the... Yes, thank you. And I grab it.
yep, you grab
And
it
I
off
run
the
out the
kitchen
door.
counter and away with you.
Esra, says in a low voice to the kids in the cage as this thing is flying, close your eyes, and pulls the pin on a flashbang.
Okay. Take 2 stress for the flashback.
Yep.
And this is just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Artie, because you'd already said you wanted to throw the guy, I am very happy to let you start throwing the guy. My only question is Artie Yanis going to do the throwing, or is Fletch?
Is Fletch strong enough to lift a person?
Yeah. Magic.
We're going to find out.
Wombus combus!
Wombus combus. Alright.
Wombus combus indeed.
Okay, so Artie's throwing with assistance.
Yep.
Okay. What you rolling?
Well, I would say skirmish probably.
I'm happy for it to be
since
skirmish.
I am doing. doing some physical. I would normally argue hunt, but no.
No, I'm happy to give you skirmish. I'm happy to give you an extra D for the assistance from Fletch, but I am going to move you to a desperate position in exchange.
Do you perchance have a bargain for me?
Yes, I absolutely do. Yes, I absolutely do. Hang on. Let me just quickly read something. Gains potency when tracking or fighting the supernatural. Gains an arcane ability. Goes from mind like arrows. So weaves through mind like. I'm willing to give you increased effect and an extra dice. But the consequences, your position is still desperate. If you fuck this, then the consequences will be shared by Fletch.
Fletch too much. At desperate times, call for desperate measures.
Okay, an extra dice and increased effect.
The 2. I rolled a 6.
Hell's the fuck yes. The ability that gives us Fletch in the Hound playbook is called Ghost Hunter. In which you gain in which your hunting pet is imbued with a spiritual energy and gains an ability. Now, the one that I said to Vary when we made the character was Mind Link. You had to take it because that's the deal. There's another one called Arrow Swift, which allows the pet to move extremely quickly, outpacing any other creature or vehicle. Which means that Artie begins the throw, Fletch takes the guy, and breaks the sound barrier. As Esra lets out the flashbang, the whole room goes white. The thing screams as it curls in on itself to crash, and the body of the thug takes it in the side and splatters everything along the wall, as it could not see it coming.
So, and I imagine that splatters the thug as well, because
Yup.
the human body is not built for that kind of fucking force.
Yup. Roslov is on the ground, screaming, blind, and bleeding.
I am bearing down on him.
Okay, you also didn't cover your eyes, so you are also blind.
No, I didn't.
You are also blind and bleeding.
I'm bleeding so badly.
Yes, you are. From lacerations
So
all over your body.
Are both dogs dead then?
Both dogs are dead.
I'm gonna make what may be a big mistake.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in between Monty and Roslov.
Okay.
Okay.
I put a hand, like just my fingertips on his chest, and I look him right in the eye. I go, Monty. I tilt my head, not in front of them. Towards the kids. Not in front of them.
I'm going to need you to roll me not because I don't think that you guys are allowed, independent decision making, but specifically because I want the result.
Rage.
Fraser, I need you to roll me for essentially if you can get through past the rage vial essence.
And I think probably also Monty is probably now experiencing some pain between the fucking sonic boom and the flashbang
Yeah.
Jay,
and his various wounds.
This is why I said it may be a mistake.
the pain,
Oh, yeah.
Jay, I want to make very clear, the pain and the damage, the fact that you've taken level 2 harm and you're now feeling it, and the flashbang are the reason I'm allowing Fraser to roll in the first place and not just telling you that you don't recognize him.
Yeah, it's like, can he get through the rage and the pain and the vengeance?
Essentially, just a
And
wee peek behind the thing. Rage Essence Vial says, a single dose greatly enhances user strength, resistance to pain, and irrational aggression. You also suffer 2 consequences. Can't tell friend from foe, and can't stop until they're all broken. So,
Very much, definitely. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would potentially have given you the option to roll to resist those effects, Jay, but
No.
I think the story has been such.
I would
So-
have declined.
I don't think Monty would be necessarily trying to resist.
So this is the
effects, it's
thing.
just the rage is in the driver's seat.
But the essentially what I'm saying is that the pain and the flashbang have cut through, which means that the rage vial essence are currently
Yeah.
fading out of his system. We've passed our minutes, and actually that's that is enough to break the single-mindedness. So give me a roll, Fraser.
I'm not using my murder dice. I'm using my green dice.
Good.
I have 1 dice in sway.
You
Do
can
have
push
any
yourself.
bargains for me. I could push myself.
Yeah.
I would be very, very on the edge.
You want a devil's bargain?
You have one?
I have a very straightforward. I will put you in a desperate position where I can guarantee you anything short of a 6 is going to result in bodily harm. But I will give you an additional dice.
So that's 2 dice then.
So,
I'm taking it.
okay.
You okay with that, John?
I was going to volunteer some bullshit, but I don't think so.
I think this is just has to
Don't
be
think
as
it's in
straightforward as it is.
Yeah.
Because that's what Ezra's doing. He's just doing something very straightforward.
Unless you've got a flashback or any other clever ideas.
2 dice. That's
2
all I
dice.
got.
Okay.
That's a 3 and a 5.
Okay. Monty, you
Rush
feel
him out of the way.
the hand on your chest and you react before you register anything else. Your arm swings out and you backhand Esra into the cage. Esra, please take level 1 harm backhanded. However, Esra did say your name. And you took a minute to get that swing in because you can't see and your reactions are a lot slower. So after the backhand kind of turns you round a little bit, your brain registers the words, Monty, not in front of them. Your vision starts to clear a little bit, and you can see your kids in the cage. And you know the look in their eyes. It's the look grown men used to have on their faces when they saw you walking down the alley towards them. Your kids are terrified of you.
Red Monty blinks away. Pain, the spots in front of his eyes from the flashbang. And Montague Sharp falls to his knees. Finally stopped.
And that's where we're going to end the session. Thank you very much, everybody. That was absolutely brilliant. We are about to go and just debrief in our after show, Tea with Crimes. You can find that on our Patreon. I say ours, it's Jay's. Jay is wonderful. You should go and support him. You want to know when these streams are going up? Join our Discord. That is ours. Similarly, if you only caught some of this and you want to know what the fuck happened, or you want any of the context from our previous episodes, you can find them on our YouTube channel. In the meantime, we'll see you over on Patreon. Goodbye.